gonna do?
What you gonna do, Jim? What you gonna do?
Wasn't that like an ad or something like for?
Song maybe? What you gonna do
Yeah.
when they come for you?
Oh yeah, there
Bad
you
boys.
go.
Bad
That's a
boys.
great show. Cops, man, cops. Okay, now this will test your knowledge of rap and ability to understand lyrics. What you gonna hit? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? What's
Yeah.
the next line? What's the next line?
Don't know.
When Sheriff John Brown comes for you.
Yep.
Anyway,
Never would have remembered that.
never met a Sheriff John Brown, but by God, he's coming.
He's
So
coming.
there you go. Um,
So
what's up, Michael? So today, Stu, we have a couple things we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about. Well, you tell us. What are we talking about on the Jim and Stu
well,
show?
it's the history of rap. It's what we are doing today. No. Um, we are going to be a little bit more in our lane, and that
Mm-hmm.
would be focusing more on building traffic. In fact, we'll call
Okay.
this one for the Jim and Stu show Building Traffic 101, and
Okay.
podcast 176 will
Uh-huh.
be the graduate level of that.
Oh, okay. Like the graduate, like plastics and have sex with your buddy's mom graduate or graduate level, like
Like
master's degree level.
master's degree level.
Okay. Well, I just, I didn't know if we'd gone over into movie trivia or what,
No,
you know?
no. My
Okay.
mind was not there. Now it is. Thank you a lot.
You're welcome, Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
And there we go. So Susan's like, oh my God, you didn't. Yep, I did. I did. So, all right, well, let's hit this. So, we're going to be talking anything new going on, Stu? Anything new and interesting in your
Um,
life this week,
you know
before we get started?
what? It is becoming overwhelming, right? The number
What do you
of
mean?
PT club members I have now.
Really?
Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just it has required me to add another day of like, all right, I need to focus on PT club members an extra day because the weekend time frame here and there wasn't cutting it. So I'm now, I have more members. But the good thing, Jim, is
Uh-huh.
that I have streamlined my business that I don't do a bunch of stupid stuff all day, like
Okay.
go to the post office and,
Uh-huh.
mail things out of my office. I don't do that anymore. So I have
Okay.
time to devote to greater um, greater paying efforts.
Okay.
So there you go.
Awesome. So, that's real good. And how did you get out of the
I
how'd you
use
get out of going the post office stuff? You make Mary do it in between breaks and
nope.
stuff?
I just quit selling books from my office, and so now I
Okay.
just use Lulu Direct to
Okay.
drop ship, and it costs an extra 75, 80 cents, you know. But I'm like, hey, that saves me a lot of time per day. It's well
Well,
worth it.
yeah, your time's worth more than 70 cents a book.
Yes,
And you would pay an assistant to do more, but it might be time if your business grows too much more, you might have to bring on some help.
I would agree. I would agree.
That's
So
called
yeah, it's good.
internships.
And I'm
Internships.
I'm telling you, it all started with me fixing my signature. I have done nothing else.
Yeah.
And I even looked in previous trends in the fall just to see if that was a bigger like time buying time because a lot of people buy on the new year, whether that
Yeah.
is a new year or a new school year,
Right.
but it was not anywhere noticeable the the change in compared to 22.
Okay.
So
Very
all I
cool.
can attribute is that I streamlined my signature on my emails that hundreds go out a day,
Right.
and it's a good little way to advertise.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
What's up, everybody? Michael's here. C-Ray's here. Good morning, everybody. Give us a like. Give us a hate face. I don't care. Give us some kind of reaction. It's like my editor at the newspaper used to say, I don't care if they like it or hate it. I know they're reading. So, all right. Well, let's talk about building traffic and the basics of building a following for your business. What would you say is the number one thing that people need to do, Mr. Stu?
I would say the 101 level for building traffic is consistency.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Consistently talking to your people as well, especially now with social media, it enables you to really get out there consistently without spamming.
Okay. I'm gonna make one suggestion.
Yes.
That before you start creating content consistently or with consistency, that you have targeted your avatar. Because just going out there and making content isn't going to do you any good. First, you got to target your avatar. Who am I talking to? What do they want? What are their issues? What are their problems? What are their desires? What are all the things, the emotional hot buttons that are driving them? And that is, once you've got that, you've targeted your avatar. What do they want? Problems. Okay. Once you got that, then you consistently start putting stuff out into the marketplace. All right. And you're like, well, Jim, I don't have a list. Stu, I don't have a following on social media. You guys were born with lists. You're old white guys and you're rich. This isn't going to work for me. And my thing is like, look, yeah, I'm old and I have a white beard, but I didn't pop out my mom's chute with a CSV file with a stick on a memory stick. Okay, nobody does. The reality is that most people, no matter what market they're in, are totally underserved. They feel undervalued. In fact, we're gonna pivot here for a second. Okay. I want to do something fun with you, Stu.
Oh.
And the good thing is you don't really have a choice. Turn to page 16 in Copywriting Secrets. All right.
Okay. Look at that.
So one of the things.
Signed
Look
Jim.
at that. Wow. that knocks at least $1 off the cover price. So one of the things, and we talked about this yesterday when I did my bonus call for the people who get the No BS newsletter through me, who get it through me because I write for it. One of the things we talked about is when you're talking to your target audience, there are certain themes running through their lives, problems, desires, stuff like that. But the other thing is there's certain feelings that they have. There's a certain way that they're feeling abused by life, and they want somebody to they want somebody to acknowledge them, they want someone to accept them, and they want somebody to make them feel accepted and validated. And it was interesting because we originally were talking about entrepreneurs and business owners, and they feel undervalued, they feel underpaid, they feel underappreciated, and they want to feel valued, well paid, and appreciated. So if you can make them feel these things as opposed to these things that they're already feeling right now, that will draw them to you like flies to honey.
Yes.
So what I wanted to do, and this was at the behest of my friend Sarah Pitts. You've met her.
Yep.
You know who Sarah is.
Yep.
She sent me a Voxer this morning, and she said, that sounds like the emotions attached to the top 10 reasons why people buy. And I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, nice.
So what I thought would be fun, this would be a fun exercise. Okay. So we're going to list off the reasons. Then we're going to list off the negative emotion attached with that, and then the positive emotion attached with that, just because I think it would be fun to do. And then we'll figure out how to use it. Okay.
All right.
So Susan, do you want in on this, or you want to be left alone? She's like arms up. All right. So Susan, you can be in on this too. So what I'm going to do, Stu, page 16, read them
Yes, sir.
off to me.
Oops.
First one's make money.
Save money.
Okay.
Save time. Avoid effort.
Okay. Okay.
Escape pain.
Okay. Okay.
Get more comfort.
Okay.
Achieve greater cleanliness or hygiene or health.
Okay.
Gain praise.
Okay.
Feel more loved.
Okay.
Increase their popularity or social status.
Okay. Higher status. Okay. So is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So this is fun. This is going to be fun. And you kids at home can play along with us as well. So what are the negative emotions that people are feeling about money?
Don't have enough.
Okay. So lack. Okay. Underpaid. What else?
Overwhelmed.
Credit debt.
Okay. In debt. What'd you say, Susan? Overwhelmed? Okay.
Overwhelmed by. Afraid of.
Ooh, fear. Okay. Those are good. Interesting. It's a good thing I left them a lot more
Yes.
room on the negative. Okay. So what would be the positive feeling that people want when it comes to money?
Abundance.
Have it.
Abundance. Have it. Okay. Have some. Remember when Chris and Jesse would say, have some, have some, have some, have some?
Also, Jim
Okay,
Happy.
so-
Jim Happy.
Okay, so have some, rich, abundant, well paid. Okay. Now some and understaffed, Michael said that's a good one. Okay, so avoiding effort, that might be the understaffed one. Okay, so save money. What are a couple negatives about save money?
Never have enough.
Everything costs too. What's that?
Never have enough.
Never
To
enough.
save.
Okay.
Still not fits in that lack.
Hard.
Lack of
Oh,
discipline.
okay. Okay. Hard to save. Never enough. Run out of money. Too much month at the end of the money. I think that's a country song. Okay, so now positive. What's a positive emotion?
Woohoo!
I think it's security. Security.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Huge.
Woohoo! Security. You know, that's something we always talk about here at the company is having a war chest. Always having a war chest. We spend last year's money next year. We don't spend next year's money or 2 years from now money last year, which is what most people do.
Michael said too, for the negative side, never prepared for an emergency.
Ooh. Never prepared for emergency. I like it. I like that a lot. Okay, so anything else on the save money as far as positive? Just woohoo, security, confidence is one I think.
Less stress.
Less stress. All right. I like it. Okay, save time. What's some negatives about save time? Never enough time.
Yeah. Why isn't there 36 hours in the day?
Yep. Never enough time. Okay.
Michael says for the go back and save money, growth opportunities.
All right.
Positive.
All right. Let's keep going with the other ones.
Okay.
Growth opportunities. So saving time, never enough time, out of time, constant struggle.
Jorge says always behind.
Ooh, always behind.
Worry from Michael.
All right. Okay. And then what about positives with saving time? Always enough time,
Less stressed.
less stress.
Because Chris threw me a loop last night. She's like, "This is a football game." I'm like, "There is. I got 8 shirts
When?
to make."
Last night?
Yeah, last night because it got canceled because of Hurricane Ian last week, and she wanted to go, and it's raining here, and it's like, I don't want to. I've got things I need to do. This was not on my radar. I didn't expect this. You've now thrown me for a loop. Luckily, he
Always
didn't have
enough.
the executive decision.
Always enough, less stressed, relaxed.
Michael says sleep better.
Sleep better. Okay. Ooh, I like that. All right. So,
Jorge says time for self-care.
ooh, I like that. Stu, that's kind of stuff. That's kind of stuff Stu's into. Get the self-care. Sent me a picture of him doing a yoga pose this morning, relaxing by the pool. Excuse me. You can't hide money. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so avoid effort. What's the around effort? What are some negative emotions around effort? Understaffed, overworked,
Overwhelmed, afraid, or unconfident about what it is you need to get done.
afraid,
Let's see.
won't get done,
Afraid you'll do it wrong.
do it wrong.
Yeah, duplicating your efforts. The big one.
How about wasted effort?
Yeah.
Okay. And what would be a positive? What are positives around effort?
Efficiency.
Efficient,
Pride in figuring it out.
pride, getting done well, and figuring it out. Yep. Okay. I think efficiency is a big one. Okay, pain. Now, pain can be mental pain or physical pain. I know y'all can't read this, okay? Pow! You still can't read it, but at least it's bigger and you can't read it, okay?
Michael says a well-trained team. And it's going back to effort, but and
Okay.
Jorge says satisfaction.
Okay. Okay, so escaping pain. I know that we're spending a bunch of time on this, but I think this is really valuable, and y'all can tell me in the Q&A whether you think this is valuable or not, but we're going to go all the way with it. So
Let's do it, man.
There we go. So escaping pain, what are some negatives about either physical or mental pain? I think it's never going to stop. I mean, I know sometimes I think about that with physical pain, and when I get an injury or nag and think, oh my God, is this going to hurt the rest of my life? Call
Yeah.
Stu.
I'm a horrible patient.
What about pain? It really hurts. Don't know what to do.
It's not
Jorge
fun.
says this is very valuable.
Cool. What else about physical pain?
Messes with your sleep.
Okay, what's an emotion though? What restless, anxiety, worn out
Worn out, yeah.
Yeah.
all the time,
Fried. Brain
Anxious.
fried. Physically fried. Yeah.
fried brain. That just made me think of that ad. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. And it's the egg in the frying pan. Okay, what are some positive? What would be the positive of escaping from pain? That's interesting. So it's really not making enough money, not saving time, not avoiding effort, not escaping pain is over here on the other one. And then what are the emotional results of escaping pain? It's like freedom.
Yeah.
What else?
Again, less stress. It feels like less stress fits kind of into all the ones we talked about so far.
Yeah,
Feel more relaxed.
absolutely. Less stress / anxiety. Relaxed. Ooh, yes. Okay. So, what are the emotional negative emotions associated with less comfort, with no comfort, with hardly any comfort?
Mm.
All work with no payoff.
Frustration.
Yeah, just grinding.
Grinding.
Just grinding away.
Frustration.
So I'm gonna end up going
Grinding.
back because we're 20 seconds ahead. Mary,
I know.
to the pain,
Positive pain.
peace, comfort, and joy.
Ooh, there you go. Hey, that sounds like a freaking Christmas card. Peace, comfort, and joy. I like it. I like it. That really does. Sounds like a song. Anyway. All work, no payoff. Grinding, frustration. I think there's a little jealousy there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes me think of the Princess and the Pea story. I don't know
There
why.
you go. Yeah. Absolutely. I get Rapunzel and the Princess and the Pea. I get those mixed up, but that's okay.
Michael says stress, and Anna says sleeplessness.
Stress and sleeplessness. Okay. I like it. What's up, Anna? Okay, so what are the positive emotions associated with more comfort?
Relaxed.
Think, relax. It's funny how these things are popping up over and over and over. Relaxed, less stress.
Peace, comfort,
I
and
think.
joy. Sorry, I mean it fits
peace.
too.
Peace, comfort, joy, and satisfaction.
Self-confidence from Jorge.
Okay, there you go. Self-confidence. Yeah, just overall well-being.
Yeah.
Because when you do a workout that Stu sends you and you're not in pain afterwards, you feel pretty good when you're like, man, it doesn't hurt and I feel pretty good about myself. Got a whole lot of good things going on there. It doesn't happen too often. I'm just playing.
And Elaine says ease.
What is that?
Ease. That's a good one.
Ease. Okay, cool. All right, so achieve health, and I have no clue what that says. No clue. Achieve health and
Hygiene.
blah. Oh, hygiene. Nice. Okay.
I've been reading your writing too long.
That's scary right there. Right there. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay. So achieve health and hygiene. If you're not healthy, I mean, that's major stress, worry, pain.
Doctor
or
bills.
Expense.
Eats up a lot of time. Going back and forth to the doctor.
Eats up a lot of time. Yeah.
Just-
I'm having flashbacks to all the stuff we went through with Terry over the last year.
Jorge says
Stress,
smelly.
worry, pain. What?
Jorge says smelly.
Smelly?
I guess you don't do hygiene. You are.
Smelly.
Vicky says.
I'll never forget when I went to I'm just playing. France. Anyway, and talk about smelly. Anyway, go ahead.
Subway ride in France. That's
No, I'll tell the story real quick. I don't care. I mean, we don't really cater to the French too much, so if I piss somebody off, it's a Wednesday. So we're on this Mediterranean cruise. It was amazing, and it was what made it even cooler was that it was a free cruise because I was speaking for the cruise line. So 2-week cruise all over the Mediterranean. I mean, I'm like, it was really cool because I was like a celebrity on board. hey, you're the guy from the TV. You're the guy. And like people want to buy me drinks, but I don't drink. So they get off lucky with a soda. So we're in Cannes, France, where they do the Cannes Film Festival and everything. And it's pretty.
I've been there.
It's nice. So we walk in this shop and there's this guy standing there in line. I mean, he was dressed to the nines. He had the most beautiful suit that I've ever seen somebody wear in person. I get in line behind the guy. He smelt like he'd wrestled 5 skunks in a dumpster. Had never heard of obviously. I mean, if BO was a misdemeanor, that dude would be on death row. And I had to set my stuff down and walk out because I was getting ready to hurl because of this dude's lack of hygiene. So there you go.
Hey, part 2 to that story, Jim.
Okay.
20-year-old Stu
Uh-huh.
playing rugby in France with this American rugby team. And
Uh-huh.
so we go to the subway and we're going to this game and we're rugby players, right? We don't care about, stinky gyms and stuff like that.
Anything. Yeah.
We walked into the subway car and were blown away. Blown away. Absolutely.
Au revoir.
I'm like, what is this?
Anyway,
Rugby players. Rugby
Laughing.
players.
what's that, Susan?
Y'all have Jorge laughing. He said he heard but never used it. I'm in southern France, not far from Cannes.
Well, brother, get you. That's why they had those sachets of stuff during the plague to hang on your nose just so you wouldn't smell everything. And if you're in southern France right now, dude, get your right guard on and smear it on your upper lip. You'll be all right. Okay, so let's get back to some serious matters. Pissed off a few people. That's okay.
Hygiene. That was hygiene related, Jim.
Right.
That was hygiene related.
It was. That was a story. That was an illustrative interlude. Hey. Okay. So, achieve health and hygiene. I think one of the things, confidence. Confidence. Just confidence that, everything's working. You're, just well-being, which is really important. Just plain feeling good about life. And also knowing you're not the smelly kid. You're not that kid on the bus. We used to call him the cat piss kid. The kid that smelled like a litter box. Yeah, don't be the cat piss kid. Literally or figuratively. All right. It's on, dude.
It is on.
It just is what it is today, okay? All right. Gain praise. Now, I think this is going into a lot of the stuff that we had talked about when we started this with the gain praise is to feel is underappreciated.
Well, would it be fear of disappointing someone too?
Ooh. Fear, yeah, sure, why not? Fear of disappointing others. Okay. Fear of not living up to your potential. What else?
Probably wants to say
Any
depression.
others?
I'm not quite sure if that fits.
Say what?
Depression.
What? Hey, man, it's depressed.
Jorge says frustration.
Frustrated. How about alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. So, and interesting, I think praise could be self-praise as well as looking at other people too. I think that positive would be to feel valued, to feel like there's contribution.
Included.
What's that? Included?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
you're not alone. You're not. And Anna Banks has a good one. She said isolated. That's with negative.
Part of group. Yeah, isolated. I like that. Alone, isolated. This is, hey, by the way, anybody who's not here is really missing out because this is like $1,000 lesson that we're putting together here. Okay, for those, so you talk to half of my head. This is how we're doing half of, This is good stuff. I don't care who you are. Okay, so gain praise, the positive emotions that people are looking for is to feel valued, sense contribution, included, part of a group.
Jorge
What
says
else?
appeal to pride.
Pride, yeah.
Appeal to pride. Or
Okay.
yeah.
And I think there's some positive self-image stuff here. All right. I might have to go get me one of them strip mall degrees, Stu. I'd get me one of them strip mall degrees in psychology. They'll give me credit for my life experience and stuff. Hey, that could be Dr. Jim. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think
All
you're
right.
going against one of your rules up there about saving time. That would be
He's going to the strip mall.
complete
and putting
waste
it
of
that way.
time.
He is saving time.
That is true. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
There's a negative
All
thing to
right.
saving time, wasting time.
All right, we got 2 more to go. What's a negative about feeling more love? So not feeling love. Ooh, alone. A lot of these are, what's that, Susan?
Underappreciated.
Isolated, underappreciated.
Carlin says foundations of the avatar.
Emotional foundations of the avatar.
Interesting.
Yes. We will definitely be doing a wizard or something around that, eliciting emotions and stuff around these, and then saving them in some sort of a
I love
avatar format to be used elsewhere.
Nice.
Have no fear, my friend. Susan, write that down so I don't lose the idea.
It's coming.
Please. Alone, isolated, underappreciated, excluded. Ooh, that's a big one. Excluded. All right. Feeling more loved, just feel loved. That's important. Included.
Undeserving. Anna Dupree says undeserving.
Undeserving. Okay. Loved, included, valuable, or valued, worthwhile, connected.
Michael adds back to the negative side, undervalued.
Undervalued. Okay.
Bo
I
says
think it also-
self-value.
Self-value, valuable, others.
Treasured.
And one-
Anna Banks.
Yeah. I put meaning as well. Treasured. Okay. And the last one. Higher status. One thing that immediately comes to my mind, lack of status is underappreciated, undervalued.
I think a trailer park gym. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's not an emotion. That's an avatar who would feel those emotions.
Yeah, but that has all the emotions there.
Yeah.
And that helps you tap into what those emotions at that time.
Yeah. Undervalued,
Jealousy.
underappreciated. Whoa, easy now. I wasn't like that dysfunctional.
I'm not saying you, but think about others.
Dissatisfied.
There you go. Not happy. Dissatisfied.
Just not happy. Angry. What else?
You got fear up there?
Afraid of never being enough. Will my time ever come? Will I be able to stand head and shoulders with my idols?
Impatient?
Impatient. Ooh. Okay. I like it. And what would be the final, what would be the positives of ooh, that was, I saw Anna say not enough. Okay, and so what would be the positives, the positive emotions of people associate with higher status?
Freedom.
Worthy.
A bow adds back to the
Freedom.
negative side.
Easier.
Depression.
Things
Life
are
is
easier.
easier. Yeah. What about the negative?
Depression.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah.
Then
Lack of
Anna
self-worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anna Dupree adds confidence for the positive, and Jorge adds pride.
Confidence. Pride.
Anna Banks
I like
says
it.
success.
Success. Okay.
Bo says higher self-esteem. Anna
Okay.
Dupree says accomplished. Anna Banks says achievement.
Okay. Accomplish, achieve. All right, so we'll grab any of the other ones later. So what is this? How could we use this? Well, when you think about your ideal customer avatar and how they feel, most of the time is probably more towards this side than this side. And they want someone, they want a hero, they want a mentor, they want a teacher, they want a coach, they want a speaker, they want an author, they want somebody to come along and acknowledge that this is the way they feel and do two things. Tell them and believe in them that they can feel this way and provide the path. And then by acknowledging them and then acknowledging them on this side, you're the one who's helping, who's building the bridge over to this, from where they are to where they want to be, just like we do with the other avatar stuff. But thinking now in terms of those emotions and using this as a way to color your communications, and also affirming, hey, you know what? In today's economy, it's pretty easy to feel underpaid when inflation's eating up your check faster than any raise you ever got. You're like most people, you see the credit card debt increasing, but it's not for cool things like TVs. It's for paying for food and gas. And you're getting further and further behind each month. And there's a lot of fear associated with that, because you can see that if this doesn't change, you're going to end up worse off than you were a couple of years ago. The great news is you're not alone. And I know that you want to feel abundant in all areas of life. Now, whether, I'm talking in general, but if I was talking to realtors or writers or somebody specifically, I could get even more specific with the messages. But I know you want to have more money. You want to have more money at the end of the month than month at the end of the money. You want to feel well paid, and you want to feel abundant in all areas of your life. And you know what? You deserve to feel that way. Let me help you do that. They're like, that's my man right there. That's my guy. He's talking to me. So, Sonny, you got to show up on time, girl. You got to show up on time. And you're going to have to watch a replay. I'm sorry, you missed an amazing thing. You're going to have to hope the replay works. Love you. Okay, so that was pretty good. Wasn't what we wanted to talk about, but was darn worth talking about.
No, it's not bad. I mean, I know originally we were talking about building traffic 101. I would say that's probably graduate level on communicating to your audience if you so want to build traffic. Right?
Well, if you want to build traffic, you better be able to talk to your audience. And this is the stuff they want to talk about. And these are the feelings they're having, and these are the feelings that they're not having as consistently as they want. And if you can help them have those feelings consistently, they will beat a path to your door and bring their friends. So there you go. That was pretty dang good, if I do say
that's
so
great.
myself. All right. Well, thank you, Susan. That was great input. So shall we move on to Ye Old Podcast, Mr. Stu?
Yeah, I think it's going to be we'll make this quick, but it comes down to your big three of building traffic. Right? Building traffic, building a list, building followers. All of them go into the big three, which we wrote down at the beginning of this lesson, being buy, build, or borrow.
Buy, borrow, build. That's
buy,
right.
Borrow, build. Yes.
Right. Okay. So we will do this podcast in about 10 minutes. Which is fine. Okay. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, Jim Edwards here, and welcome back to the Sales Copywriting Content Marketing Hacks Podcast. I'm your host, Jim Edwards, along with my trusty co-host and podcast producer, Mr. Stu Smith. Welcome, Stu.
Thank you, Jim.
And today we have podcast number 176. Now, how many people do you know have done 176 podcast episodes, Stu? Not a lot.
Yeah. You got it. You know what you got to be? Consistent.
Jinx.
Which, if you are trying to build traffic, I personally think consistency is the number one rule of the game. Be consistent.
I agree.
With some good content.
Absolutely. Do you want me to break down content? Do you want me to break down traffic for y'all real quick? Everybody thinks that traffic's really complicated, and it's not. I'm gonna bust this out for you real quick in under 10 minutes. Traffic. Oh, let me get the big block. Duplo size. Traffic equals eyeballs. That's all it is. And if you're doing it right, it's targeted eyeballs, meaning it's the right people seeing your stuff. Now, if you start thinking about targeted eyeballs of your target audience, it's like, oh, that makes sense. Traffic is just getting the right eyeballs on my content. So 2 things about content marketing you need to understand. All right. One is it requires consistency. And the cool thing is that it builds over time if you do it the right way. So you're not going to just do one content piece and then be done. Like Stu teaches everybody, you can work out once and then you're fit for life, right, Stu? That's reality.
Yes.
Yeah. Once a day, maybe, but not once.
Yeah. Consistently once.
Yeah. Consistently once a day. All right. That's consistent. You only got to work out once a day. So there are 3 ways to get traffic. The fastest way is to buy it. And that equals buying ads or doing promoted content. That in a nutshell is it. You either buy an ad or you pay somebody to promote your content, either with a promoted post or by buying ads for your content or by paying an influencer or whatever. Borrowing is potentially the fastest way to get a whole lot of exposure, because borrowing is basically either affiliate activities or trades. So I go to somebody who has 100,000 on their list. I offer them half the money for the sales of any products they make. They mail it out to 100,000 people. I make 10,000 sales, give away half the money. Great day. And people are like, you would give away half the money all day? There are people that are bragging about my Facebook ads, I got a 1.2% ROAS, which means you spend a buck and you make $1.20. All right. I can spend nothing up front and I make 50% where you're making 20%. So who's the smarter guy? You pay up front to maybe make 20%. I pay after the deal is done, and I get to keep 50% and get a brand new customer. So borrowing is how you can do huge amounts of traffic really fast, basically risk-free. And then build is ultimately where you want to get. because this is traffic that you control with your own list and with your own following. So this is ultimately where you want to be. This is where everybody builds up all kinds of excuses like, well, I don't have a list. Fine, go find somebody who does and make them an offer they can't refuse. Bring so much value that they can't help but promote you to their list. Happens all the time if you do it right. But most people don't. They immediately default to the let me make the little red-headed monkey on Facebook rich by paying for Facebook ads. And the problem is that paying Zuckerberg money for ads is getting less and less and less and less effective, more and more and more and more expensive, and it has the highest amount of risk. Not saying you shouldn't do it, but what I'm saying is if I had to start all over again, this is where I would start, and this is where I started. Go find somebody. The most profitable deals I've ever done have been joint ventures and affiliate deals with other people who already had my audience, and all I had to do was just bring the value and piggyback. And then what happens is when you do these types of traffic, these people automatically are going to come over into your list, and you're building customer lists, hyper-focused lists of buyers that ultimately long-term are going to be worth a ton of money to you. So this is traffic. So how do you buy traffic, borrow traffic, or build traffic? In the end, and the key here with building traffic is to build a relationship with your list. Okay? How do you do all that? By having amazing content. Whether it's amazing content in the form of videos or ads or webinars or interviews or listicles or graphics, having really good value for people that is targeted to the avatar. Okay, and that's your sweet spot. Value for the avatar. People will beat a path to your door. Now, it's not like that secret book that Rhonda, what's her Facebook, where it was like, believe and receive, believe and receive, believe and receive. It never worked. A lot of poor people living in a refrigerator box still waiting to believe and receive. You got to get out there and do the work. You got to get out and help out in groups. You got to contact people and hear some no's. But all it takes is one yes to wipe out every no.
Yeah.
So you get out and do the drill, do it. Keep doing it consistently. Keep upping your game with the quality of the value that you're bringing. Making offers and just doing the drill. But this is it. This is traffic explained. That's it. It's simple. Sometimes people confuse simple with easy. Sometimes, I mean, when you get down here, you think this is easy, not just a different set of problems. But ultimately, it's worth it. Because what's the alternative? Sit on your ass and don't make any money. Sit on your butt and get no followers, get no leads, make no sales, don't build any relationships, be bitter, upset, angry all the time. Basically living the entire left side of this list.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is what you do if you're not out there buying, borrowing, and building. And if you're like, I don't have a list and I don't have the money to buy ads, great. Here's your whole universe right here. Your whole universe. And I did that in 10 minutes. Any thoughts on any of this, Stu?
No, that's really good. I was thinking that thinking is not the same as executing. Right? So you can think about it all you want. You be over there on that left side of that list, like you just mentioned, and then you're not going to see the right side of that list till you start executing. That's
consistently.
Got to do it. Just do it. Even if you're thinking, this is okay. Let me just try it. You know, I had the entire household go against me when I said, you know what? I'm going to start a TikTok page. Right? And I saw
even your daughter?
Yep. She was like, yeah, you're going to do one just teaching people how to do the combat swimmer stroke?
Uh-huh.
I said, yep. That's all I'm going to do, because I needed a one-stop place that people don't like. If you go to YouTube, there's 500 videos over there, right? If you
Mhm.
got to sift through podcasts and exercise videos and live Q&As to find a swim video, that's a little annoying, right? I mean, yeah, you can find channels and do all that stuff too, but even that's another step. Whereas you can just go straight to one channel now, and it's just a bunch of me voiceovering this content of people submitting these videos for me to review for them. And that was back whenever I first started. Everybody was like, yeah, this isn't going to go very far. That's kind of a waste of time. You really need to diversify your channel, all that stuff. I was like, no, I'm just going to do this. And I have already outperformed everybody that told me, no, don't do this. Like, I'm up to like getting closer to that 10,000 level followers on TikTok. And all I have done is just post submitted swim videos.
So, do you have a whiteboard on the fridge that every day you update your TikTok followers? And whenever any of the family comes in, you're like, in your face, take that.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, I had to learn from them what TikTok even was.
Right.
So there was a level of open-mindedness towards, okay, this TikTok may be of value, right?
Right.
Everybody's on it, right? Let me see what this is all about. And then I noticed I could do something specific that my audience would enjoy
Yeah.
and need.
Yeah.
And it was easy for me. Remember the old days when you had a video that you had to do voiceover on it, and then you had to put it on the internet? Good
Yeah. Don't
Lord.
even. Yeah.
The
That
amount
was all afternoon.
the amount of software and machines and time spent on that process was
Yeah.
out of control.
Yeah.
This is an easy button. If you have
Yeah.
videos that you want to share, I mean, you can do it on TikTok, you can do it on Instagram Reels, really easy.
So
Really,
here's
easy
how we're
content.
gonna absolutely. So here's how we're gonna draw this to a conclusion. Traffic, getting eyeballs on your content's a big deal. Starting next month, not this month, but starting next month, inside of Content Marketing Scripts Premium, Stu and I are going to start once a month. We're going to be teaching traffic with content. We're going to be doing trainings. We're going to get real specific, real granular. We're going to show what we're doing, show what Stu's doing, and we're going to help you use Content Marketing Scripts to help drive traffic. If you are not yet a member of Content Marketing Scripts, you should be. However, before I stick my foot in my mouth, have we opened it back up for people, or we have not? Okay, so what y'all need to do is keep an eye out, because we're also introducing new technology into Content Marketing Scripts. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing another webinar where we're going to be showing that new technology, and we're going to have a couple of different levels inside of Content Marketing Scripts, all kinds of cool stuff happening. And when you see that, you're going to want to be a part. And one of the things that we're adding is every month, we're going to be teaching you how to use content, specifically Content Marketing Scripts, to drive traffic, to get more leads, make more sales, and build stronger relationships. But we're going to be showing you specifically how we're using content to generate and drive traffic, buy, borrow, build. And we'll be showing you from our businesses. We'll be bringing in people who are making it happen. And it's going to be amazing. And quite frankly, that one show a month will be worth 10 times the cost of Content Marketing Scripts. So just giving you all a heads up. I'm Jim Edwards.
Stu Smith.
And we'll see you next time on the Jim and Stu Show.